Good morning, friends. It is a gorgeous Friday morning, and I am re-recording a class that I did via Zoom on, I think it was Wednesday. And for some reason, the class didn't record. So I am going to go through this class again today and post it so that folks who missed out on that one have the opportunity to get all of this great information. So what I want to talk about today is using essential oils for your emotions, and specifically to support you through periods of stress, anxiety, lack of sleep. These are really prevalent emotions right now. We're going through kind of a crazy time. And I don't know about you, but these feelings in me have been exacerbated, even though I'm really not one who carries a lot of anxiety usually. I can feel that anxious level has gone up for me. So I know you're just watching and not participating in a class, but just take a minute and think about an aroma that you love, any aroma that you love, and think about how it affects you when you smell it. This could be the aroma of something, so simple as chocolate chip cookies. In our class the other day, a friend brought up the smell of a fire, and that, to me, when I heard her say that, I immediately was transported to images of my family camping and the wonderful smell of the campfire and cooking over the campfire. And sorry, my dog is barking. And I just had like this wave of happiness come over me, and I'm not even actually smelling the campfire. So just take a minute and think about that for a second. Think about an aroma that when you smell it, it just makes you happy. And after you've got that thought, just make the connection. That is aromatherapy. When you inhale an aroma and it hits your brain and you have a response to it, that is aromatherapy. And that is really what we're going to talk about today. So before we get into aromatherapy specifically in terms of, talking about specific essential oils that can support you through different emotions, let's talk about essential oils and what they are, because you may not have all of that information. You may not have been in an Essential Oils 101 class before, and it's always great to review. Anyway, I have my notes right here in front of me, so if you see me glancing down, that is what I'm looking at. So essential oils. Essential oils are plant extracts. Very simple thing. There's nothing super complicated about what they are in terms of, they just come from botanicals. The oils themselves are, of course, incredibly complex and can have so many different effects on our bodies, on our minds, on our emotions. These oils and botanicals have been used for thousands of years. As long as there have been humans on this planet, we have used the natural world around us to support ourselves, our systems, our emotions, our lives. In fact, I don't know if you realize this, but many of the pharmaceuticals that we now rely on are actually originally derived from botanicals, and the pharmaceutical industry has been able to synthesize, isolate certain compounds and synthesize them and then make them available worldwide, which is an amazing feat, because it means that, some of these wonderful properties can be shared to populations across the world. And obviously that has been transformational for humankind. So in terms of the extracts themselves, there are three ways to extract oils. The first is through steam distillation. The second is through cold pressing, like the rind of a citrus fruit. You would cold press the rind in order to get the oil from it. And then the third way is resin tapping. So for example, frankincense is a resin that is tapped from a tree. So, it can take pounds and pounds and pounds of the botanical to make just one tiny jar of essential oil. Essential oils range in price from like, $3 a bottle to $300 a bottle, depending on what the botanical is. Some botanicals are really hard to source sustainably. Some of them are really, really difficult to extract in a way that doesn't compromise the integrity of the botanical and all of its constituents. And so those factors and many others determine the price of an essential oil. I will just say here that there just are some essential oils that are going to be really expensive if they are authentic. Rose essential oil, true authentic rose essential oil, is crazy expensive. It's like $190 to $215 a bottle, just for like a little 5 milliliter bottle, and that is because of the extraordinary numbers of rose petals that it takes to make rose essential oil. Also, the way that those rose petals are gathered and handled and distilled, that process is incredibly important and delicate, and a really good rose oil is going to have a lot of hours behind it in order to extract the most authentic and gorgeous rose oil possible. So keep that in mind. If you are looking at an essential oil and you feel like you're getting a really good deal on it, think twice about what's in that bottle. This industry is entirely unregulated, which means that when you read the label of an essential oil bottle, stuff can be left off, it can be misstated, it just may not even be true. So you can't trust labels. You really have to do research into essential oil companies to know that the products that you're getting are authentic and pure and potent and sustainably sourced. When I speak about essential oils, I personally am only promoting and endorsing Young Living essential oils. I have used many other companies, and I'm not saying there aren't other companies that produce good oils out there, but they are few and far between. And because of how my body and how my family's bodies and systems have responded to these oils, I really only endorse them. Remy, come here. Come here. Lie down. Come on. Sorry about that. Sorry for the interruption. It's real world here. Lie down. So when I'm talking about essential oils, I personally am talking about Young Living essential oils. Okay, let's talk about the sense of smell, because that is obviously one of the most important things when it comes to aromatherapy. Your sense of smell, your olfactory sense, is the only sense that you have with a direct connection to your limbic brain. And your limbic brain is, of course, where your emotions, your memories, it's where your adrenal system starts. Like, all of this really important stuff happens in your limbic brain. And for that sense, that olfactory sense, to have direct connection to that brain, to that limbic brain, means that you are able to have a really powerful response to aroma. That is why aromatherapy can be, life-changing in so many ways. So because the sense of smell is so closely tied to memory and emotions, the cool thing about aromatherapy is that, you can experience something and really just not even realize it. It could be a subconscious, effect that is positive, and you just don't even know it. So that is pretty cool. I love that. I love the science of this. I'm not going to talk about that a ton in here, but if you're interested, you can message me and we can talk about it. Okay, so there are 3 ways to use oils. You may use them aromatically. Let's see if you can. There's my diffuser right up there, diffusing behind me. So I'm having an aromatic experience right now. I can smell the essential oils, and they are traveling through my nose and hitting my limbic brain. They are also traveling into my lungs and being distributed through all the capillaries in my lungs throughout my body. So awesome. That is a wonderful, gentle way to experience essential oils. Another way to experience oils is topically. So that is, of course, applying them to your skin. If you haven't used oils before and you're not sure how your skin will respond, or if you know that you have sensitive skin, it is always great to start what we call low and slow. That means you might apply oils first to the bottoms of your feet. The pores on the bottoms of your feet are nice and big, and they will help, pull the oil up throughout your body. All of those molecules are still going to circulate throughout your body, regardless of the fact that you started at your feet. Also, a slow topical delivery is great. You might take an essential oil and blend it with a carrier oil, a fatty oil like coconut oil. Put a drop of essential oil in your hand, pump a little coconut oil in there, rub it together, and then apply it wherever you want on your body. Safety notice, you don't ever want to get oils in your eyes, in your ears, in any sensitive areas of your body. You want to be really careful about that. Also, another safety note, citrus oils are photosensitive. So if you apply a citrus oil to your skin and go out in the sun, you might burn. In fact, you might blister. So if you use a citrus oil topically, you're going to want to either wear sunscreen or just don't go outside for like 12 hours. Maybe apply your citrus oils before bed or in the evening. The third way, and this is a slightly more controversial topic, is consumption. Now, I only say it's controversial because I would never consume any essential oils other than Young Living essential oils, and that is because Young Living is the only company that I know of that labels oils safe for consumption properly according to FDA guidelines. I don't know any other company that does this. Our oils that are safe for consumption are labeled with a white label. I'm going to pull one out in just a minute and show it to you. So if you have what is called a vitality oil, or an oil with a white label on it from Young Living, you know that you can actually consume it. So there are lots of great oils, that Young Living produces that you can use in your cooking for flavoring. The flavors can be amazing. And there are also some great oils just to use to support your body that you can consume. I personally consume several on a daily basis. Okay, so those are the three ways to use oils: aromatically, topically, and internally. You need to know yourself when you're using them. If you have a sensitive nose, when you use your diffuser, use very few oils. I, on average, just diffuse about 8 total drops of oil in a regularly sized diffuser. You might want to start with 3 if you have a sensitive nose. So you know your body, you know your nose, you have to be aware of what works for you. And again, start small, start low, start slow, and build up. You can always build up. Okay, so my personal suggestion when you're starting with essential oils is to start with the Young Living starter kit. And the reason that I say that is because the starter kit has 12 of the best foundational oils there are. Hands down, I've never seen another grouping or collection of essential oils that is as wonderful as the Young Living Starter Kit collection. It's really amazing, and the price is incredible. It's $165 for the starter kit, including a diffuser and a bunch of other samples and reference materials. There's really just not a better way to go. It's like $450 worth of product that you're getting for $165. It's incredible. Anyway, so I always suggest starting with a starter kit because it just gives you everything in one nice little bundle, and you can, really get to know oils that work for you and your systems and your family, just all from this one little box. It's fabulous. Okay, so let's start talking specifically about oils. Most of the oils I'm going to talk about actually are in this starter kit, so I'm going to open it up and show you what it looks like. I just pulled the cover off. So this is the box. I'm going to open it up. That's a reference guide. I'm going to pull the top off, and you can see there are 10 essential oils there. I can lift out this section, and underneath it there are 2 more oils. There's a hand sanitizer, there's a bottle of Thieves spray, and there are 2 samples of Ningxia Red, the Ningxia Red drink, which is something that I have every single day, pretty much as my multivitamin. And there's a little pocket here with a lifestyle guide. So it's just a beautifully organized box of goodness. Okay, so let's start talking about some oils. And today we're talking about oils, again, specifically for emotions. There obviously are other wonderful things that these oils do, but we will focus on those another time. All right, let's talk about supporting yourself through anxiety. This is a big one right now. There are lots of feelings about what's happening in our world, and anxiety is not an uncommon feeling to have. And a lot of people have already been struggling with anxiety, totally unrelated to what's going on in the world, and theirs may be ramped up even more. Okay, so just to be clear, I'm not a doctor. None of this is to replace anything that your doctor and you might have been working on together. This is another support. This is another tool to have in your wellness toolbox. And if these oils can be supportive to you in this beautiful, healthy way, then why not? I have found them to be incredibly supportive, and I cannot imagine my life without them now. Okay, so the first oil we're going to talk about is lemon, and I'm going to make a point that this lemon is a Vitality version. This has the Vitality label on it. I will also say that the lemon oil in the other bottle with the yellow label, so the labels look different. It's the topical and aromatic bottle. The oils in them, though, are exactly the same, just so you know that. All right, so lemon is amazing. It has an invigorating and uplifting fragrance, and it helps to, just think about it, it brightens your mood. Citrus oils are often brightening and lifting oils emotionally. Lemon can also support your memory process, and it can help help you with your ability to relax. It specifically supports the circulatory system and the renal system. This is a great oil to use at the start of your day. I actually put a drop of this in my Ningxia Red shot every single morning just to help flush my system. But it is a lovely, brightening oil. It is a mood lifter, a great one to use. Next is lavender. And of course, lavender is an oil that, we all have heard of. In fact, did you know that there is more lavender sold in the world than there is lavender grown? So what does that tell you? That tells you that much of the lavender essential oil that is sold in the world is in fact synthetic or adulterated in some way. There just is, you just can't sell more than is grown and have it all be true, authentic lavender. So even though that little bottle of essential oil that you might see at the grocery store says pure lavender essential oil, it more than likely is not. All right, so lavender essential oil. Lavender, we all know this. Lavender is like the oil for calmness. It supports your nervous system, and it helps calm things down. Now, I love this oil. If you use lavender in the morning, it's going to help you calm and focus. Lavender is one of the oils I'm diffusing right now because I wanted to be able to focus while I was giving this talk. When you use lavender in the evening, when your sleep hormones are being released in your body, lavender is going to help you sleep. So oils, and how they work in your body, it has a lot to do with what your hormones are doing at the same time. So lavender is amazing for just calming things down, easing tension, helping you to feel less stressed. It just helps to promote feelings of consciousness. It can help you to feel, more kind of loving toward yourself and others, just really helping you have a general sense of well-being. Notably, lavender can also help with your, as I said before, your mental focus and concentration. So it's a great oil to use for multiple reasons. So lavender, another great one to help ease anxiety, calm your nervous system. All right, we're going to talk about a blend right now. This is one of Young Living's flagship blends, and it's called Valor. Valor has spruce, rosewood, blue tansy, and frankincense in it. It is a magical oil. It just is. I use frankincense. Oh, God, it smells so good. I use, Valor every single day. This is an oil that was blended specifically to help instill feelings of confidence and grounding. The story behind Valor is that the botanicals that are in it are based on the botanicals that Roman soldiers used to bathe in to help purify and kind of cleanse their bodies before battle, but also to help bring them courage. So they would bathe for 3 days in these wonderful herbs and then go off to battle. We all know the Romans were pretty successful at what they were doing. Anyway, we use Valor strategically in my house when we are getting ready to do something that's hard or to face something that we don't feel confident about. We will take a minute and use Valor. And this is one of the ways that we'll do it. This is called tenting. So you put a drop in your hand. You can see it's blue. That's because of the blue tansy. Activate it and tent with it. I'm not actually touching my nose. I'm just kind of in front of it. Tent with it, inhale it, apply it to the back of my neck. And when you use an oil, you want to use it with intention. You want to think, to visualize what you want. What is the feeling that you want? What is the goal that you want? What do you want to associate with this aroma? We use Valor so much for confidence, and have used it with that intention for so long that now all I have to do is smell it. And I can feel myself relax. I can feel myself sit up straighter, and I just feel more confident. So that's a really powerful thing, to make this connection between an aroma and your brain, and just have that track laid so that every time you use it, you really are strengthening the power of that intention. So Valor, a great one for confidence and for supporting yourself when you are feeling anxious. All right. Next we have Stress Away. It's called Stress Away for a reason. This is another Young Living flagship blend. It looks like this. Oh, Stress Away smells amazing. Copaiba, lime, cedarwood, acacia, and lavender. All of these are amazing oils that support your nervous system, and they all work to help bring your system down. Again, very similar to Valor, a different aromatic experience, and your body might respond differently to Stress Away than it does to Valor. One might work better for you. You don't know it until you actually try it. But Stress Away was specifically blended to relieve feelings of stress, to help you calm your system, to relieve daily stress, relieve nervous tension, to help restore your equilibrium. This is a great oil to use, for example, after a long, hard day of work, or if you've had a frustrating day, or if you just feel anxious and stressed about something. This is a lovely oil to diffuse or to apply topically. It really is one that is just all about emotional balance. It's a great one to use to support yourself through anxiety. All right, you've heard me mention Copaiba. Copaiba, this is not in the starter kit. It used to be in the starter kit, but they changed things up a couple of years ago. So if you have a kit, or if you're getting a kit and you're wondering what you should add on, this is the first essential oil that I would add on to the kit. This is one that we use every single day in my house. Copaiba is a powerhouse. It's powerful. It's an oil that helps when you apply it. It helps to kind of clear the way for other oils to get in there and do their work even better. I would say it's almost as versatile as frankincense, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. I think frankincense is the most important oil there is. But Copaiba helps, again, just to release nervous tension, stress, anxiety. It is a grounding oil, a calming oil. It's a great one also, just as an aside, to use for skin support or after you work out if you have, some aches and pains. This can be one that you can use to support yourself through those. So Copaiba, again, another terrific grounding, balancing essential oil. Another one that is not in the starter kit that I love to use for feelings of anxiety is Present Thyme. Present Thyme it's just a gorgeous oil. Neroli, spruce, ylang ylang. Those are three powerhouse oils. It smells amazing. I don't know if you've ever smelled neroli, but it is one of my favorite essential oils. But Present Thyme it's labeled for what it does. It just helps to bring you into the present. The aromatic experience of it is to help to ground you in the present so that you can shift then and feel hope for the future. So it helps you in the present. I like to think of it as helping to release emotional blocks. So again, if you use Present Thyme strategically, you can really do some internal work to help release whatever blocks are holding you where you are now so that you can move forward. A lovely combination is Valor and Present Thyme. So Present Thyme to help release emotional blocks in the present, Valor to help ground you and feel confidence for the future. A really beautiful combination, and it smells amazing too. All right, so those are my favorites for supporting yourself through anxiety. How about when you are when your feelings are depressed, right? Like you just are feeling down. I'm not talking about like really significant depression for which perhaps you might take some pharmaceuticals. I'm not going to say that this is in any way going to replace those. This is another way to support you. And this is a period of time when people may be feeling particularly hopeless and depressed about their situations because of so much that's going on out there. So it's an important emotion to talk about. The first oil we're going to talk about for this, I've already said it's my number one oil, it's my favorite oil, is frankincense. So frankincense is a really complex essential oil. It is good for everything, every cell in your body. Frankincense is one that I get on and in my body every single day. It has high sesquiterpenes. It really is a lovely and significant experience when it hits your limbic brain and helps to support healthy hormone levels and helps support, balancing your emotions and your nervous system. This is a great oil. This is a good oil, by the way, to look up and do some research on yourself online. Web pages from major clinics will have some really interesting information about frankincense. So frankincense, it comes from the boswellia tree. It's kind of a short, squatty tree with a big root system, so you might think of it as being both grounding, reaching into the ground and holding on, as well as it's a, because it's a tree, like kind of reaching upward also, so spiritually elevating. This is a really important oil, a very important emotions oil and body oil. I like to put a drop of it on the top of my head, put it on the back of my neck to help promote kind of spiritual clarification. It's great to use during meditation or prayer. It really just helps you to set the tone, focus, relax, and lift. Great for feelings of depression. Again, I'm going to talk about two other powerhouse oils, lavender and lemon. There's a lot of overlap with these oils in terms of supporting your emotions. So yeah, I talked about these two with anxiety. I'm going to talk about them again. These two oils can be used, just as they could to support you through anxiety. They can be used to support you when you are feeling depressed. They are lovely oils for lifting the spirit. When I've already talked about an oil, I'm not going to go into big detail about it again. Again, also Valor. Valor is great as well at this time. So now I'm going to talk about 3 oils that are not in the starter kit. So going beyond the starter kit: Joy, Inner Child, and Forgiveness. Joy is a beautiful heart oil. I apply it over my heart, and it helps to open your heart. That's how you should think of it, really, as a heart opener, so that your heart, so that you can express and receive love, basically. It is also a lovely oil to apply to your adrenals back here. They say that your adrenals often, that your adrenals shut down when you feel grief, and so Joy is a lovely opener when used on your adrenals. And of course, your whole adrenal system, you want that system flowing, so when something gets blocked, you want to help it open up and do its job properly. So Joy, an opener, beautiful oil. It's lovely diffused as well. Inner Child and Forgiveness. So Inner Child helps you, just to reconnect with your inner self. It helps to release kind of the negative programming that you may have been engaging in for your entire life. And then Forgiveness helps you to, again, be accepting, have an open heart, helps you to release and let go of negative emotions. These 2 together are a lovely combination: Inner Child and Forgiveness. All right, let's talk about focus. I have found that I'm having a much harder time focusing now than I had been. I am easily distracted. My moods are a little more volatile. And so I really need tools. As I said, I'm, diffusing the lavender right now. I need tools to help me focus. So the first, the focus oil is peppermint. This is a bottle of Vitality Peppermint. This comes in the starter kit. And peppermint, the topical and aromatic version of peppermint, can be used. The Vitality version, all the versions of peppermint can be used to help you with focus and concentration. It is an oil that can be used, you can tent with it, you can apply it. Before I work out and I really feel like I need to have positive energy and focus in my workout, I'll apply it to the back of my neck. It's great on the bottoms of your feet. It is great diffused. The Vitality version, you put a drop of peppermint in your water and you're going to love the effect of that, especially during a workout. The University of Cincinnati did an awesome study on peppermint, and kids who were exposed to peppermint while taking assessments performed much better on their assessments than they did when they were not exposed to peppermint. So it's just a testimonial to the power of peppermint essential oil. It supports the circulatory system, the digestive system. It is a great oil to use in many, many ways. So peppermint for focus. All right, we've already talked about the next 3 greats for focus and concentration: Valor, Lemon, and Lavender. Again, all starter kit oils, all great to help you with focus and concentration. It's one of the things I love about essential oils. It's not like they're good for just one thing. They have multiple effects all at the same time, and so you can use them for all different means to support yourself. All right, an oil that is not in the starter kit, but I wanted to mention, is an oil called Genius. Your kids may be having trouble with focus and concentration, and this oil is not just for kids, by the way. It just happens to be pre-diluted so that it's safe for young children to use and you don't have to worry about diluting it. But Genius is specifically blended in order to help with focus, to help block out distractions, It's a great oil to diffuse, tent with, apply topically when you are, you really need to have focus on a certain task at hand. So that's Genius, part of the KidSense line, Young Living's KidSense line. They're all pre-diluted to be safe for young children. All right, so that is focus. Let's talk about another issue we might be dealing with at this time, and that is like this high kind of jittery energy, right? Like we can be feeling just ramped up in a way that maybe we aren't usually, or maybe we are usually. And there are some great oils for that. This is an oil that is in the starter kit. It is called Peace and Calming. So that is the second thing I'm diffusing right now. I have Peace and Calming and lavender diffusing together in my diffuser right now. And the reason I chose Peace and Calming is because I was kind of amped up. I am not used to being on camera all the time, and normally I am in person when I do classes. So this is a new experience for me, and I was nervous about it. So I used Peace and Calming to help calm me down. That is what it does. It is a calming oil. My daughter diffused this. She diffuses it in her room a lot at nighttime for bed. The first time she diffused this, she slept for 12 hours. So I'll just say that. So this is a great oil to use for adults and kids alike to help calm that energy that you may be feeling, and to help, things even out a little bit. It is great for helping you to relax. It is great to use for sleep support at the end of the day as well. So Peace and Calming. I love the way Peace and Calming smells. It's a little bit sweet, but it's also got both tangerine and orange in it, so it's got just kind of that citrusy smell as well. It's really lovely. All right, the next one for energy, this is a citrus blend. It's called Citrus Fresh. Yep, this is a vitality oil as well, but again is available for topical and aromatic use also. This is a great relaxing and calming oil. Citrus Fresh is like smelling, if sunshine were bottled, that is what Citrus Fresh would be. It's citrus oils plus a hint of spearmint. It is just a magical, uplifting, gorgeous oil. It is also a purifying oil. So if you have unpleasant aromas in the air, like you cooked fish or something and that odor is lingering, this can be a great one to use to help with that. But in terms of your emotions, it is an uplifting oil and really helps to enhance, again, those feelings of well-being. So I love this one. I actually love to diffuse this one in combination with many oils. One of my favorite combinations is Citrus Fresh and Joy. So we talked about Joy in terms of using, to support yourself through feelings of depression. This combo in a diffuser is really powerful and awesome. In fact, Joy was one of the first Young Living oils I ever smelled, and it is one of the reasons that I started with Young Living, and Thieves Oil was the other really big reason, but that's another story. Anyway, it's powerful. So Citrus Fresh. The other oils that we have already talked about for other emotions, but are also really supportive in terms of high energy, are Stress Away, Valor, and Lavender. I'm sure you are noticing some common themes here. All right, how about irritability? Who else has been more short-tempered than usual? I have 2 kids. They are like the most awesome creatures ever, but we're, spending all this time together. We're negotiating this new world of school at home. We're negotiating what it means to be at home, and all together throughout the day, but not a weekend or vacation. And, we all are feeling these feelings. I definitely am more irritable than usual, so I wanted to talk about that. And the oils that you can use to support yourself through feeling irritability are, again, all oils we've talked about already. So I'm going to find, let's see, frankincense, huge one for helping to calm you down when you have that irritable kind of feeling emerging. You know, just when you recognize it, take a step back, grab your frankincense. You could diffuse it. You could put a drop in your hand, tent with it, put a drop on the back of your neck. Just excuse yourself from the room for a minute. Use your frankincense. Take 5 seconds, set an intention of releasing your irritability, and then return, and you'll be amazed at how much it will help. Also helpful, again, lavender, valor, peace and calming, joy. All excellent oils to support you and help you move through those feelings of irritability. All right, let's talk about sleep for a second, because this is what I'm really noticing with friends and family as they're messaging me and saying, I am not sleeping. I get through the day okay, like I manage, I'm putting on the, the good face for my family, but then I go to bed and like everything hits, the worries hit, the uncertainty hits, and I can't sleep. So what are you using to help you sleep? And I have some great sleep supports in terms of my oils. In the starter kit, the 3 that I love, and I love them in combination, are lavender, Stress Away, and frankincense. This is an amazing sleep blend. I do equal drops of each in my diffuser. So those are gorgeous sleep supports. Also, and I already mentioned this, peace and calming is a great sleep support. This is one that my daughter has really excellent success with. Another oil that is not in the starter kit that is awesome for sleep support is cedarwood, and mine is upstairs, so I don't have a bottle of that to show you right now. But cedarwood with lavender and frankincense is an excellent sleep blend. Cedarwood is actually an oil that I have found helps us to stay asleep through the night. Now, Stress Away has cedarwood in it, which is one of the reasons why it's a great blend to add to your sleep blend at night. Another great sleep oil, and I'm going to mention this one because it is in the kids line, the KidSense line, and I don't have it right here, so my daughter may have heisted it, but it is KidSense Sleepy Eyes. And Sleepy Eyes has a bunch of powerhouse sleep oils in it: lavender, sacred frankincense, valerian, ruta. It also has some citrus oils in it, plus geranium, Roman chamomile. It's a fantastic sleep blend for kids, and again, of course, it is pre-diluted. And not just for kids, adults love it too. It smells delicious. All right. 2 other things I wanted to talk about during this crazy period of time are ways to support your immune system and ways to kind of protect yourself from other people's negative energy. We've talked about kind of the negative feelings that you may be having and I may be having, but what about when other people bring those, to you? I'm one of those people who, when somebody is feeling, emotions and I encounter them, I tend to absorb, I'm really affected by those emotions. So oils to use to help kind of shield yourself. There are 2 that I love in particular: White Angelica and Valor. This is a really awesome combination, and I literally think of it as a shield. I'll put White Angelica on my shoulders and down my arms, and I will use my Valor. I'll tent with it, put it on the back of my neck, and I just set my intention that I will remain calm and positive and grounded, and I will not absorb other people's negative energy, but I will be able to, support them regardless. So Valor and White Angelica for your protection. And then the other big one for protection is, of course, frankincense. There's a reason why this was one of the primary gifts to the baby Jesus, right? This is an incredibly powerful spiritual oil. Frankincense, you should just put frankincense literally under every single category of support, hands down. All right, when you are thinking of how to support your immune system, you want to think first of our banner essential oil blend, Thieves. Every single essential oil company in the world has like a copycat version of Thieves. And why is that? It's because Thieves is amazing, but no other copycat version is the same as this one. This is so beautifully blended and thoughtfully crafted that, you know, there's no replication. This is the oil that when I experienced it, I was like, oh my gosh, that's the most profound experience I've ever had. And I ditched all of the other companies' oils I was using and switched over to Young Living and have never looked back since. And I've been oiling for like 12 years. So Thieves has clove, lemon, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, and rosemary. This is just a profound support for your immune system to help your immune system, you know, operate like it should operate. It smells great. It's all the good, right? I'm getting Thieves should just be all over the place right now. And, you know, during the winter, really anytime. Thieves just is tremendous support for your system. I love the Thieves story. The story is that there were thieves during the Black Plague in France who were using a certain set of botanicals in cheesecloth over their faces, and they just happened not to be getting sick while they were robbing the dead and dying. So that is what this bottle is named after. It's a great story. All right, so Thieves, major support for your immune system. Also, a huge support for your immune system is DiGize. This is a digestive support blend. And of course, your gut is really important for your overall health. Get your gut in balance, and a lot of other stuff will fall into place. DiGize unexpectedly changed my world. My digestive issues have always been terrible. And when I got my starter kit, I started using DiGize regularly, and after about a month of using it both topically and internally, my digestive system was profoundly better, and it still is. This oil changed the way I literally navigate my day. I love this stuff. So get your gut in order and your body will follow. Another great immune support blend is Raven. I love to put this on my chest. I love to support my sinuses with it. In fact, I will often alternate Raven and Thieves. I'll put Thieves in the diffuser, Raven on my chest, and then a few hours later I'll put Raven in the diffuser and Thieves on my chest. Now Thieves is a hot oil, so if you have sensitive skin, you will want to blend it with a carrier oil. It's also amazing on the bottoms of your feet. Another immune supporting thing that I like to do is I'll make herbal tea and I will let it cool, and I'll put Thieves, lemon, and peppermint vitality oils, 1 drop of each in it, and drink that down. And that is amazingly supportive for my immune system. Another biggie for your immune system is Copaiba. This comes in a vitality version as well. It is a great way to support your immune system, your digestive system. Helps all the things. The other 2 things that I wanted to talk about quickly, these are not oils per se, but the other biggie that I do to support my immune system is I drink Ningxia Red every day, at least 2 ounces. I'll put my vitality oils in my shot. These are the travel sachets of Ningxia Red. It also comes in large bottles that I keep in the fridge. And I use our CBD oil morning and night. This is also something that I add to my son's seasonal support blend. I have found that it was a game changer for him in terms of his seasonal support needs, and in terms of emotion and mood, a game changer. CBD, when it goes into your body, it helps promote homeostasis, in your body, and it helps to bring balance to your body. This can be a game changer in a lot of ways for a lot of people. That's another class, but again, if I were gonna say what you might add on beyond the starter kit, this CBD Nature's Ultra would be one of them. Okay, so those are the major topics I wanted to talk about. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I love to be supportive and help. If you don't have a starter kit and you want one, let me know and I will help you do that. It is a great time to be supporting yourself with essential oils. And the fact that so many of us are homebound right now means that you really can give it a little bit of time and get to know your oils and how to use them. And start using them to support yourself so that when we do get back out there, and are living our normal lives, you already are a few steps ahead of where you were before all of, everything changed in terms of, being able to work regularly or have your kids in school regularly. It is just a great time to get started with essential oils. The key to using essential oils is threefold. Number one, use them with intention. I've talked about this a few times. Think about what you want to have happen and create that intention while you're using the oil. The oils just are going to have an effect regardless of that, but you're going to strengthen the effect if you combine it with an intention. Your brain is a powerful tool. Use it. The other thing is to use them consistently and over time. Essential oils are best when, you think of them as daily tools. So your body and your spirit and your emotions and everything will respond to them over time. It's not like putting a Band-Aid on and having just a quick fix of some kind. These are tools to incorporate into your lifestyle. That's really it. That's really all I wanted to say. I hope that this was helpful. Again, message me if you have questions. If you want to think about getting started, message me. I am here. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you have a great day, and I hope to talk to you soon. Take care.